Hey, what's good everybody? My name's Jeeves and I'm here to bring you a new video. So today I wanted to talk to you about why I was wrong about hardcore World of Warcraft. So I used to hate hardcore WoW, but now it's the only version I want to play. So let's talk about why that is. I've been playing WoW on and off for the past 6 months, and nothing has really kept my attention for too long. But I have been playing on a few different private servers like Turtle WoW and Ascension WoW just to wait for Classic Plus to be announced. I really hope that they announce it next month because that's going to be the only version of WoW that I play for a while. If they do announce it, hopefully it's good, right? But what really got me back into WoW, what really reignited my passion for WoW, was watching my friend Binks. Shouts out to Binks. He was playing hardcore WoW in Discord the other day and he was streaming it. And I remember watching and just being like, man, that looks awful. I could never, ever get into that myself. But you remember what it was like back in 2019 when Classic WoW first came out, and the feeling of Azeroth just enveloping your whole existence and just feeling so immersed and so drawn to it. And that same feeling of being drawn into the world, it hit me. It was just a little bit, but it hit me while I was watching him play hardcore WoW. So I decided to give it a try. And when I say a try, I really mean another try because I've played hardcore WoW in the past. Not very much at all. Before I got back into it, my highest level was level 22 and I think an 18 right below that. I've never died in hardcore WoW. I've had some close calls, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. But I have played hardcore WoW before, and when I played it before, I decided that it wasn't really for me. And the reasons why I decided it wasn't really for me was the fear of losing my characters and the anxiety that comes with the thought of making a small mistake leading to a death, and then that character that you've become so attached to, because I get really attached to my characters, and having that character that you've become so attached to just being gone and having to start all over. And when I was playing hardcore a long time ago, I was feeling kind of burnt out with Classic WoW as a whole because I had played so much during 2019 Classic to the point where I just lost interest altogether in Classic Azeroth. But like I said, I gave it another try after watching Binks play. And after playing it for the past couple weeks, I've noticed a few things about what makes hardcore WoW truly special. And the first thing is that every single pull matters. You have to respect every single mob in every single questing area, every single camp. There is danger around every corner, and you have to respect that because if you don't, you'll be forced to go again. And that danger makes the world feel so alive. Because if you get on Classic Era, you can kind of just run around and turn your brain off, and eventually you'll get to level 60. But on Hardcore WoW, you have to be alert, you have to be aware, and you have to respect Azeroth in a way that you don't normally have to. So that's what made me change my mind and decide to give Hardcore WoW a real chance and to actually try to get to 60. And some of the things I absolutely love about Hardcore WoW are that the leveling zones stay populated, your progress feels earned even more than it does in regular Classic, which it already feels earned in regular Classic. You're sinking hours and hours and hours into a character to get level 6. I mean, days. Like most people, they take roughly a week to 2 weeks of game time to get to level 60. So it just feels like you really earn it in Hardcore WoW. Another thing I really love is that the strategy that you use when you go into each individual questing zone or each camp or even an area that's really dangerous, you have to have some kind of strategy, and it's constantly changing depending on what kind of mobs you're dealing with, or if you're in a group, if you're AoE farming on a mage, so on and so forth. Like there's just so many different strategies, and there's certain strategies that people use on hardcore WoW that would make no sense in era, because in era you would just be doing it inefficiently. But doing something inefficiently for the sake of more safety, that's worth it in hardcore WoW. So the strategies that people use are really interesting to me because it's a whole different way to appreciate the game. Speaking of a whole different way to appreciate the game, earlier I said that I get really, really attached to my characters. But in hardcore WoW, it's less about the characters and it's more about the world itself. Your character is temporary, the world is permanent. My level 27 mage could be gone tomorrow. He could be gone tonight. I could get on to do some AoE farming, make one big mistake, and get sent back to Duratar. Like, it's that easy. But Azeroth will remain no matter what. So I've felt my relationship with Azeroth itself change in a very good way because of hardcore WoW. The next thing that I really love is that playing with my friends feels a lot more meaningful. And what I mean by that is we're constantly trying to help each other. In classic era, my friends and I are a little bit competitive, like who's going to get to level 60 first and who has better gear and, stupid stuff that doesn't matter. But in hardcore WoW, I'll get a drop on my mage while I'm AoE farming and I'll go see how much it is on the auction house. And it could be 3-4 gold, which is really huge for, a mage AoE farming in their level 20s. But I'll post that shit on the auction house, and if it doesn't sell, I'll send it to my friends rather than post it over and over to get the gold. You know what I mean? Or if it's something that they really need, it doesn't matter how much it costs. I'll just send it to them because it doesn't matter. Nothing matters. None of that shit matters in hardcore at all. And my friends and I have been having a lot of fun playing together. We're not even really playing together. We're kind of just like watching each other play, and every once in a while we'll do a dungeon together if we're around the same level, but all of us have different schedules because we're all, you know, getting into our dad gaming phase of life. But I mean, we're at least watching each other play and cheering each other on, and it's really special in our friend group at the moment. And the last thing that I really love about hardcore WoW is I can play it on my Steam Deck. I've been playing hardcore WoW on my couch. I would never ever AoE farm on my Steam Deck, so when I do play on it, I usually play one of my alts like my warrior or my warlock, and I just play really safe. But I've got all my add-ons on there. It's pretty sick. I really like playing on the Steam Deck. It's very chill. And when you're a dad gamer like me, sometimes you've got to stay in the living room with the family. And if I can play hardcore WoW while I'm chilling on the couch and my family's watching a movie, then that's pretty cool, in my opinion.
Look at how fucking cool this is. Let's see if I can enter world. Boom. One-handed. Steam Deck's pretty heavy. But yeah, I've been playing a lot on my Steam Deck. It's actually really nice with the console port add-on. If you're a dad gamer or somebody that plays handhelds a lot, this is perfect. I highly recommend.
Now let's talk about my characters a little bit. So I have a roster of characters that I played a long time ago, and then I have a new character that I made just for the sake of this video. Does he look familiar? Have you seen him before? He's a recreation of my warlock from my most popular video. But my main character is my mage, Mage Jeeves, and he's level 27. I haven't died yet, but I had a very close call. I'm talking less than 100 health. I thought it was all over. I really did. So I was in Hillsbrad Foothills, AoE farming, and doing the quests at the Hillsbrad farm with all the human mobs that are green for alliance characters. And I went in to get the town registry and kill the magistrate and all that stuff and the councilman and all that stuff. I partied up with a warrior to accomplish this, and he was well over leveled for the quest, which was really handy.
Bruh.
He was shredding through them, and I was kind of just, helping.
Hey y'all, this is Editing Jeeves, and somehow I do not have any footage from my close call, so I just wanted to let you guys know that I don't actually have any of this footage, somehow, even though I swear I recorded it. So while I tell you the story, I will just play some B-roll of me doing some AoE farming. I apologize for the inconvenience.
We got the registry, we killed the magistrate, we go outside and we get hit with a fucking wave of respawns. There's just mobs everywhere. I panic. I fucking leave him in the dust. I'm like, you know what? I'm out of here. Screw that guy. Every man for himself. It doesn't matter. And I regret doing that. And if he watches this video, I want him to know that I feel terrible about it, even though he didn't die. Spoiler alert, I guess. So, like I said, he was over leveled for this quest. I ran away. He just starts smacking him and killing him very easily. But I'm a squishy mage. I got scared. I ran away. I turn around because I realized that he's killing all the mobs. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll go help him. I don't want him to die if he doesn't have to. I shouldn't have gone back because I go back and we hit another wave of respawns, I think. I'm telling the story from memory. We'll see in the clips that I have playing right now. And if I'm wrong, I'll just put it on screen that I'm wrong or whatever. So I go back and I start taking aggro from some of the respawns. The councilman cast Frostbolt. And the Frostbolts hit really hard, so I'm just getting chunked. Boom, boom, boom. There goes my health. And it gets to the point where I'm less than 25% HP. And I'm like, oh my gosh, 2 more Frostbolts and I'm dead, right? So I pop Mana Shield because I'm a mage, right? Mana Shield. And then a Frostbolt hits me, and the Mana Shield does absolutely nothing because I forgot that Mana Shield does not work with magic damage. At least as far as I know, it doesn't work with magic damage because I definitely took damage. And I'm at like 45 HP. I had Counterspell. I had a potion. Oh wait, no, I'd already used my potion. But I had Counterspell. I had a bandage. Those are the only ways off the top of my head I could think to like help myself in the situation. But instead, I just started running. I was like, I hope I run out of his casting range so that he doesn't cast another Frostbolt and kill me. I think the warrior interrupted the cast or something. He could have war stomped. He could have, I don't know. I think he was level 32. I don't know if they have intimidating shout at level 32 or pummel, but as far as I know, the warrior saved my life. And I'll have to go back and look at the footage as I'm editing this video, but he saved my life. And I don't remember his name. It'll be in the video. I just want to say that I'm really sorry to that guy, and I really appreciate you saving my life. And yeah, I ran a little bit away. I bandaged up. He cleaned up all the mobs, and then he started saying that I was making him really nervous. And it was so stressful. But moments like that in hardcore WoW are what make me appreciate it so much, because like my heart was pumping so fast. I was so scared that I was about to get got by the Frostbolt from the fucking councilman. And luckily it didn't happen. But it could have. And I would have had to go again. And I would have gone again. Because it's just so fun. It's so fun. I was so wrong. I can't believe how wrong I was about hardcore WoW. I should have been playing it for months, if not years at this point. So in conclusion, with today's video, which I hope you've enjoyed, by the way, hardcore has changed how I experience WoW, how I appreciate WoW, and just how I feel about WoW. And it's amazing. I really, really enjoy it quite a bit. And even though I was a hater not too long ago, I decided to give it a real chance, and I am absolutely loving it. If you are a hardcore WoW hater, I highly encourage you to give it a chance. Because, like I said, it's a whole different way to appreciate the game. And when you make it just one more level, you feel so accomplished. You're like, yeah, I earned that level. And even though I haven't died yet and experienced the heartbreak that comes along with death, my friends have died multiple times and they are always a little bit heartbroken. I don't care if I die. If I die, I'll just go again. And it will be a whole new experience. It's a whole nother reason for me to explore Azeroth. And that's exciting. I don't want to die, but if I do, then I die. For those of you that do play hardcore WoW or have played hardcore WoW, what are your experiences? Did you hate it at first and start loving it? How does it make you view the game differently compared to classic era? And what's your biggest motivation for playing it? But now that I've got my WoW itch back, you can expect more videos from this channel. So I invite you to subscribe and like the video if you liked it. Comment down below what you want to see next or any suggestions that you may have for the channel. And I hope you're having a great time playing whatever game it is you're playing right now, because let's be real, games are how we escape real life for just a little bit, and sometimes that's exactly what we need. So be on the lookout for future videos, and until next time, peace.